All right.
There we are. Well, it's
Okay.
really nice to meet you, Selena. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Well, first question is why are you running?
Well, I've lived in this district my whole life. I'm running because I'm raising my family here, and I'm
Yeah.
running against some people that I didn't see represented in the district. They're literally moved here 2 years ago from other states,
Yeah.
and or they don't live in the district currently. They live in other parts of California, and
Yeah.
so I'm running for working class people that actually work and break their backs and
Yeah.
struggle every day, just like I do. Um, and running for working families. I'm I'm a teacher. I'm a first generation immigrant.
Great.
Yeah, I studied to be a chemistry teacher, and I taught physics and chemistry for high school. And then there, I was realizing that the students weren't getting a fantastic education.
Yeah.
Some of them don't like the current education system that we have, and AI is taking our jobs, and especially the
Yeah.
jobs that people are learning. That school is teaching right now. That's the jobs that AI is taking.
Yeah.
And so I saw the problem and I said, we have to fix this before it gets any worse. I ran for school board. I beat a Republican incumbent with 10 times more money than me. And then they said we could not win. No one had ever won there as a Democrat. And then we secured $30 million in funding for our students.
Yeah.
And we increased our test scores. Our rate of increase was higher than anyone in the entire county of Riverside. So we
Yeah.
were able to increase our scores. We were able to implement an early college high school. This early college high school is a basically our students are able to graduate with AA
Yeah.
degrees, and they're able to graduate with certifications like nursing degrees. We have plumbing, and we have all these different certifications
Yeah.
so that our students can graduate with different options. And yeah, so that I want to be able to do that for the 48th district of California. I want to be able to implement a trades building in all of our high schools with a business path so our students can learn how to use their hands,
Yeah.
how to do electrician stuff, plumber stuff, barbers, chefs, all the different trades, and then learn how to run a business so that they can grow the economy themselves organically. Um,
Yeah.
and then I believe in Medicare for all. It's one of my corner pillar stones that believed in
Yeah.
my entire life. So I'm fighting for that, and I know that we can't do it alone. One Congress member cannot do it by himself. So it's important to get a coalition of people that believe that we can, get rid of the insurance companies that are taking $1 trillion of profit,
Yeah.
or sorry, $1 trillion of revenue, and get rid of those insurance companies so that we can actually use the money to negotiate with pharmaceutical industries and actually get more affordable healthcare. And then housing is really important to me.
Yeah.
Like, we can't buy
Yeah.
houses and they're too expensive, and that's because Wall Street and foreign investors are buying our houses, and they're not letting us buy them anymore because they can get them at lower interest rates. They're buying them all cash, and they're pricing us out of our own houses. They're making
Yeah.
the price go up artificially, and we can't outcompete, these large corporations anymore. I believe that families should own homes, not corporations. And so I want to implement a bill that bans Wall Street landlords, that bans foreign investors from
Yeah.
buying houses in our community. And then another thing that's really important to me is ending corruption. We have to end Citizens United so that corporations aren't spending millions of dollars on our elections. We
Oh
have to
yeah.
cap the amount of money that it costs to spend, for an election, so that regular people can run. And then we have to have term limits so that people aren't career politicians and live there the whole life. Two 4-year
Yeah.
terms in Congress, two 4-year terms in Senate. If you make it to Senate, and then if you want, you can run for president after that, or you can run for senator or for governor. But I don't think that people should live in Congress for 50 years. Once you're done, you're
Yeah.
done. And I think that that's going to end a lot of the corruption, and we can actually have people that are working for the people rather than for the corporations. Um, and yeah, that's why I'm running.
All right, great. Well, you talked about healthcare, education, um, the economy, housing, a lot of issues. I want to focus a little more on the healthcare issue and on the housing issue because I think those are, very, very important. I know education is important too. So those three main issues, I would like you to, if you can tell me which specific policies you would like to implement regarding those three aspects that we've mentioned.
Yeah. So with healthcare, it's like we'll start with healthcare. Um,
Yeah,
for the first policy is we're doing a single payer system. So
yeah,
Medicare for all, and we're dismantling the insurance companies. They're taking $1 trillion of revenue, $1 trillion
yeah,
a year of revenue. That money can be used for actual healthcare, but they're being used not for healthcare at all. It's all being used
yeah,
for the insurance agency, for the insurance companies. And so getting rid of them is step number one, having a single payer system and then negotiating with the pharmaceutical industries as the government. So we should be able to negotiate drug prices with these pharmaceutical
yeah,
industries. That's important. If we can't negotiate, like sometimes these pharmaceutical companies are selling something that costs them 20 cents to make for $200.
yeah,
And then that cost is being passed on to the insurance company, which is being passed on to the people. We
yeah,
cannot have that because what's happening is we're paying way too much for health insurance. We're paying more than any other nation in the world per person, and we're not even all getting health care. So it
yeah.
costs
That's right.
less for us to get universal health care, and we get better health care if we can
Yeah.
actually. So it only makes sense logically. That's exactly what we would do
All
for
right.
healthcare.
Yeah. On housing now, if we can move on to housing, which is another important issue.
Yeah, yeah. So with housing, the the thing about housing is that it's a multi-step approach. You can't,
Yeah,
yeah, you can't just solve it with one solution, because the housing market is too too large and there's too many moving pieces. You have to bring it down 1 percentage point here, 3 percentage points here, 5 percentage points here, and you can to actually make it more affordable. So the first step is to ban corporate and Wall Street landlords, and
yeah,
to ban from buying single family homes, and to ban foreign investors from and have them sell back their houses so that people can buy them. So that would drop the price of homes and make it possible for regular people to purchase houses. So that's
yeah,
step number one. Step number two is first time and primary home buyers should be receiving a special primary primary home interest rate.
yeah,
So the way that the Federal Reserve works is they have the general, interest rate for everyone,
yeah,
and then I am proposing that the Federal Reserve create a second interest rate, only in a different fund that goes out to banks that's below the prime rate. So the
yeah,
prime rate, so that these first time home owners and these primary homeowners get interest rates that are favorable to them, so
yeah,
that they can actually purchase homes. And I don't believe in the down payment assistance because all it does is it makes the problem worse. If everybody has the money to buy a house up front
yeah,
with cash, then it just makes the housing price go up more. I believe that we should make the threshold for first time and primary home buyers less.
yeah,
So instead of having, to put 10% down, you have to put 1% down. So that keeps the price the same. The buyer doesn't have to come up with as much money, but you're
yeah,
not inflating the price even more by adding extra money into the system.
yeah,
Um, so dropping the interest rate for first time and primary buyers, banning Wall Street landlords, and then now we have to fix supply as well. So the supply issue is one where it's not necessarily as much the supply issue, but it's the building.
Yeah.
So we're not building as much as we should. There are more families than houses. And so um, what we can do is incentivize these home builders to build at a specific rate. So
Yeah.
we call it like the zip code median income.
Yeah.
So if a specific, let's say a zip code, the average median income for a zip code is $100,000 a year for a family.
Yeah.
If that's just to make it easy, that's the number, right? So if that zip code is $100,000 average, then the rule would be if you want this tax credit builder, you're the builder for building houses, right? If you
Yeah.
want this tax credit that the federal government will give you on your profit, then what it's going to take is you have to build these houses at 30%. 30% the median income. So basically the
Yeah.
renters, or not the renters, your mortgage will have to cost you $30,000 maximum because that's what the average income for
Yeah.
that zip code is. So it'd be $30,000 out the door. That means your insurance, that means your mortgage, that means your taxes, all of it together would cost you
Yeah. Everything.
$2,500 a
Yeah.
month. Yeah. And if you can't do that, then you don't get the tax credit as the builder. So doing that would make sure that people can buy houses.
Yeah.
So now we're dropping the price of the payment because of lowering the interest rates. We're dropping the price of the payment because we're forcing the home builders to build at a more affordable rate and giving them tax credits so that they can make up the difference in their profit. And we're also banning Wall Street landlords so we get more supply on the market. And then
Yeah.
we don't have them prices out. So that's how you make our housing market more affordable.
Yeah. All right. Now, what about education? Especially after the Department of Education has been gutted, basically, by the Trump administration.
Yeah. So first, obviously, we have to take back the House. We have to take back the Senate. And when we take
Yeah.
back the House and the Senate, we can start funding in different ways. It doesn't necessarily have to be because obviously he's already gutted that. But as soon as
Yeah.
we can get the Department of Education back when we have a new president. But in the meantime, when we get the House and the Senate back, we can start approving bills that give money to these schools, federal money,
Yeah.
but we have to target the money correctly
Yeah.
because a lot of the money just goes into what's called a general fund. As a
Yeah.
school board member, I see like you just get like it's like a general slush fund. Here you go. You can have money to do whatever you want. But like, what happens if you give a 5-year-old $100 and you just say do whatever you want with it?
Yeah.
It's not good. Like, you have to tell
Yeah.
them, all right, you have to use this for this and this and that. You can't just give people money and just expect them to do the right thing with that money.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to say, okay, this money is going for buildings. This money is going for administrators. This money is going for teachers. This money is going for this and that. You have to tell them what they can spend their money on because the way that the system works right now, the more money they get, a lot of the time school districts are hiring more and more administrators to do the
Yeah.
work rather than people that teachers are the people that are on the ground doing the work. Administrators are
Yeah.
just more fluff, more bureaucracy, more tasks.
Yeah.
So it should be about the learning, not about all these like extra ancillary, bureaucracy, 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 bureaucracy. Like
Yeah.
eventually in any organization, if you have more and more and more and more at the top, you get less and less and less and less stuff done at the bottom, and the bottom
Yeah.
is the most important part because that's the students learning.
Yeah.
So using the money to hire more teachers and have smaller classroom sizes and mandating that the classroom sizes are only 24 instead of 28, instead of 32, instead of 36, instead of 40. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have to be 24 because teachers can handle around 24 students. Once it starts getting more than that, it's impossible to manage
Yeah.
all of the students while you're working and Jimmy's doing that and Pablo's
Yeah. I
doing
guess it
this
is.
and yeah.
I remember
So
being at a classroom where we were like 32, 33 people, and it was a it was a nightmare for our teachers, I guess.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was. It's hard. It's really hard. So,
Yeah.
um, and that's the reality of it. So we have to lower the classroom sizes, and then we have to invest the money, on more teachers, and then better, different education now. Like we have to
Yeah.
rethink the way that our education works now. It's This is the future, the 21st century. Technology is being taken over by technology. So we need to
Yeah.
be able to use our hands again.
All right. Well, you also mentioned AI and all the challenges it's posing for communities. Um, so what are your stances on that, and how it is making an impact on the people there?
Um, I mean, look, it's a very, very tricky subject, especially because
Yeah.
it's like telling somebody to stop a train. Like, oh, this
Yeah.
train's gonna do something. Like the train is coming, and so
Yeah.
how do we make sure that the train doesn't destroy us? How do we make sure that we divert the train so that we can do the right things?
Yeah.
Because AI is coming. This train is on the way, and there's almost no way to, like, we can't kill the train. We can't blow it up. It's
Yeah.
going to come. So the best thing that we can do is make it go in a direction that's going to be good for humanity. And
Yeah.
the way that these tech giants have been thinking about it is go at it, no regulations, nothing, just do whatever you do whatever to make it as fast and strong and
Yeah.
as good as possible because we're being outcompeted by China. That's the mentality. But it's like you realize we're humans, and
Yeah.
like this is the sake of humanity. If you're creating this like all-knowing being. I'm not going to say a god because I don't believe that. But like I don't
Yeah.
believe that it's a god, but it's literally an all-knowing being. It knows everything that every human has ever known, and it can
Yeah.
reason faster than humanity. So it's like, do you really want to give this being general power to do anything it wants and just free reign? No, we
Yeah.
can't. We can't just leave this thing. We can't just let and to say, oh, China's going to outcompete us. The threat isn't China. The
Yeah.
threat isn't it's not us going to war with each other. It's us going to war with this AI. And I know this sounds crazy to me, but like it doesn't. The more and more and more advanced this gets, these things are
Yeah.
controlling a lot of different. They're taking a lot of jobs away. If you go to these
Yeah.
warehouses, in where I live, a lot of the jobs, we were building warehouses. Oh, we need jobs, we need jobs, we need jobs, we need jobs, right?
Yeah.
They were building warehouses, and that was the argument. We need jobs. Well, now all those warehouses are empty. They have robots in them.
Yeah.
There's like almost no people in them anymore. So it's like we built all these warehouses so that we could bring jobs, but now there's no
Then
jobs
there's
because
no
the
jobs.
robots. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the same thing's happening with like even in my own career, uh there because I help business owners retire and I'm a teacher, but like
Yeah.
the the people that are using AI to do follow-ups, to do all the marketing material, to do the outreach, to get people back to go to meetings with us. All of that stuff, a lot of people are automating that stuff. And now there's like you don't need an assistant anymore because the robot is doing it now. So
Yeah.
it's like literally just like one owner, and it used to be that the owner would have like 3 4 people like managing all these tasks, and now
Yeah.
the robot is managing all those tasks. So these jobs are going away like as we speak. It's not just happening. It's not just like some,
Yeah.
yeah. And we've already lost thousands of jobs. And the next industry that's going to be is trucking.
Yeah.
Right now, people have to drive trucks. They've already built automated trucks. They've already had automated trucks drive from one part of the country to the next part of the country. As soon as it becomes less expensive to hire, a a
Yeah.
robot to drive back and forth through the country. That's
And
the next step. There's
safer.
not going to be, yeah, no more truck drivers. They're going to be gone. A
Yeah.
truck driver costs 100, $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
So the truck costs $100,000 once. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
there's not going to be any jobs left. So we have to teach our society to build their own businesses now.
Yeah.
Because the only way that you can actually live is if you are bartering your own life. You know, at this point, like you're working for
Yeah.
yourself and you can use AI so that you can work, but everyone's going to end up having to work. Like, this is the future that I'm seeing is happening before our
Yeah.
very eyes. Everyone's going to end up having to work for themselves. Or,
Yeah.
and there's just going to be these large corporations that own all the robots. And no one's else, no, there's not going to be any normal jobs.
It's scary.
Yeah. It is scary. It's very scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and I don't know if you've seen all the there's like this thing where like the founder of AI, the first person that invented AI, he stopped
Yeah.
working for it. He was working for Google and he stopped working for it so he can
Yeah.
talk about the dangers of it. And he goes around and he explains like these are the 11 scenarios that can happen. These are the
Yeah.
only 11, and everyone agrees. All these people that are like, you know, Sam Altman, all the people that like run these AI companies, they agree. They're like, yes, this thing's going to take over. Like when
Yeah.
it's going to enslave us or it's going to kill us all. Like, and they're like, yeah, yeah, that's what's going to happen. And they're like 100% in agreement.
Yeah.
They're not even worried about it. They're like, yeah, yeah, that's the future. And I'm like, you're building the future to kill humanity?
Yeah.
What? Like, so we have
What's
to be
going
able to,
on?
yeah, we have to be able to regulate that. I mean, like,
Yeah.
they're not going to stop. Like, these AI companies are not going to just regulate themselves. We have to be the ones that come in and say, look, this is
Yeah.
not good for humanity. We need to act
Yeah,
fast.
there's a limit.
Yes. And this general intelligence, you can't have general intelligence. You have to have like specific tasks that it can do.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you can do
Yeah.
this job. You can do, and then this different AI does this job. This different AI does this job. But when you have one that can just understand everything, that's not good.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, especially because it can like I don't it can like talk to itself. Like it can like send that message to other versions of itself and then like, you know,
Yeah.
it can just do whatever it wants. I know that's we kind of got off topic, but like that's just
Yeah.
reality. That's what's happening.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you have any specific policies in regards to environmental protection and climate change?
Yes. So I actually studied biology and environmental science. My minor was
Yeah.
in environmental science, so it's super important to me. I taught biology, environmental science, physics, and chemistry, and so yes, we have to start using renewable resources. We need to get in California. We have what's called NEM, which is like the net energy metering,
Yeah.
uh, and we need to get back to NEM too because these monopoly electrical companies they started charging us for the electricity and they stopped buying it from us.
Yeah.
They're like we give them the electricity from our solar panels for free and then they
Yeah.
charge us for the electricity that we use. So we can't have that. We have to go back to NEM 2 where if we create electricity, then they have to give
Yeah.
it back to us for the same price. Like it's
Yeah.
not fair. It's like I give you $1 and then later on you're like, nah, you didn't give me $1, give me another dollar. And I'm like, wait. Like we're working together, right? I need the dollar
Yeah.
back because you know, like it should be a trade-off.
Yeah.
If I give you something, you give me something back in exchange is the same
Yeah. An
return.
exchange. Yeah.
Yeah. But right now they're the one like we're paying for the electricity
Yeah.
and they're not accepting it back, or they're not paying us back for it.
Yeah.
So basically getting back to NEM 2, getting more solar panels, getting more hydroelectric dams,
Yeah.
and then getting more wind powered devices,
Yeah.
renewable like renewable gases. That works too.
Yeah.
But we need to cut out the fossil fuels because obviously gas prices are going skyrocketing up, and it's not going to get any cheaper.
Yeah. All right. Well, the last question would be about civil rights and, of course, ICE and immigration, all these things. I don't know if I can ask you about this because it's a topic that it might be a little complicated to address.
Not a complicated. Not, for me, I feel like that's a good
All
question.
right.
Yeah,
Perfect.
my parents were immigrants. They came
Yeah.
here um, almost 50 years ago now, and it took them a very long time to get their citizenship. It took them about 25 years to get their citizenship.
Yeah.
It's just way too long. And
Yeah,
we
it
can't
is.
have a system to like they play games with people. They play games with people's lives, and people are not, pawns on a chessboard.
Yeah.
We are we're all humans, and honestly, the system could be simple. If someone's coming through the border, you check them in rather
Yeah.
than saying, "Oh, you're illegal." Like, all right, fine, you're coming through the border, you're checked in. You're checked in here. Great. Here you
Yeah.
get what's called an ITIN. We find out whether or not you're a criminal. If you're not a criminal, great. Here's your ITIN. Your ITIN is like a work visa so that you can pay
Yeah.
taxes. You can do what you need to do as just like a normal citizen, but so you can work.
Yeah.
If you don't commit any crimes for 5 years, you pay your taxes for 5 years, then you're eligible for citizenship.
Yeah.
That's how the system should work. It should be a simple system. But the way that the system works right now is they purposely don't process people so that they can say these people are illegal, so that
Yeah.
they can work for less. And then they work for wages that are below minimum. And then they say, oh, they're taking our jobs. Like, you're making that happen. They're making it
Yeah.
happen that way. So giving people work visas, giving them an ITIN, that secures them so that they can actually. By the way, my call time manager is coming in right here. She's coming. She's right here. I just wanted to let you know. Um,
Yeah. No
so
problem.
so that secures us from actually. I actually lost my train of thought. That makes it so that immigrants have a path to citizenship,
Yeah.
and no one is illegal anymore. It's just like unless they're actually criminals from another country.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's the case, then yes, we have to be able to process them out. But other than that, yeah, we want to make sure that people that are here to work, that people are here to make better lives for themselves and make our economy stronger. We want to be able to accept them so that they can actually pay
Yeah.
taxes and become part of our economy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if there's any local issues that you want to mention that I haven't asked you about. Anything else you'd like to say?
As far as the local issues, I mean, here locally, there's a lot of potholes in our streets
Yeah.
because of the large semi trucks that drive into the warehouses, and the warehouses are not paying their fair share for our roads, but they are
Yeah.
destroying our roads. There's more 40% of all the goods and services in the United States go through our district.
Yeah.
40%. So that means we have a lot of trucks coming through our district.
Yeah.
And when we fix our road, this is our taxpayer dollars. We fix the roads and they're broken in 1 month again.
Yeah.
So coming to the table, first of all, we're making the warehouses pay for our roads. If they're going to use our roads, if they're going to benefit and they're going to profit off the roads that we have here in our economy, in our community, then they have to
Yeah,
pay to fix those roads because they're ruining our roads.
yeah.
So that's one of my main priorities here locally.
All right. Great.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you very much.
Thank you,
I don't have
Lorena.
any more questions.
All right, awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
do you post it on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I will. I will.
Okay. All right, that sounds great.
Great. Well, have a nice day.
I hope you have a wonderful day, Lorena. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Take care. Bye.